Another one for Tommy boy. Another one for the world. Another one for the listeners. And maybe
Welcome back to the Third Leg Podcast. This episode we have NFL Week 10 recap and Week 11 preview, plus a little bit of NHL. This episode we don't have Dunny, but he will be on the next one for college football and NBA. But we got Dan the man. How you doing? How you been, brother?
Doing all right. Tony abandoned us today, but that's all right. We got it.
It's all right. It happens to the best of us. At least we can talk about a Lions win and an ass whooping this week.
Dude, that was good. I'm interested that it came out after the game that Campbell was calling the plays. Which I mean, saw him calling the plays before, and they were killing it. So I'm curious how this makes up, how we continue with it. JMO got going again. We kind of picked up steam at the end of last week, and then with Campbell calling the plays, picked right up where he left off. So that was great. You did see a little drop off from Amon-Ra, but it didn't really matter. I mean, he still scored, right? So, you know,
For sure.
not
And we
too
were
bad.
talking about it last week about let's get JMO the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like it was more of a coordinator rather than him not being able to get open. Uh, and this week with Dan calling the plays, he was super aggressive with JMO. He had 6 catches for 120 and a tutty. Um, so his line's always set at like 3.5, and
Mm-hmm.
yards are at 70, 60 or whatever because he has big plays. But if we can get him at least 5 targets a game, then I feel super happy about what we're doing to the defense, being able to stretch them out and then being able to get Amon Ra and our tight ends or speedsters across the middle. So seeing that, it's like taking the next step in the offensive scheme, and it just happened to be with the head coach at the helm. So there was some talk like in the post game interview where he's saying like he just wanted to see what would happen with a different play caller. And like as soon as it left his mouth, it was like, all right, you're done. You know, because they found so much success with it. If they didn't score
Yeah.
44 and he was calling the plays, it's like, okay, um, maybe he's doing what he can with what he's got. But from the eye test from the fans, he didn't. He wasn't putting a scheme good enough for the weapons that we have. Um, and Dan seen it as well. You know, that wasn't a random thing to do. He was going to
Yeah.
see, can we get more out of what we got? Like, because most of these players I was calling the plays with. We've only added more talent. Um, and our biggest thing with that offense is just making sure whatever shift we have with the line is cooking. So being able to get our playmakers the ball, biggest key. Gibbs had 15 carries, 142, 2 tutties. JMO 6 catches, 120, and a tutty. Goff went for 320 and 3 touchdowns. You know, just picking them apart. A lot of it was over the middle. I think Washington is the worst. They have some of the worst like efficiency with pass coverage across the middle. Their linebackers are slow as shit. And they are terrible in man coverage in general. And then you add Gibbs to the equation with a young tight end, it's basically hell for Washington. So them trying to walk down and help the middle out is what freed up JMO, and he was getting so many one-on-ones without that safety over the top. They were just eating them up. When you see JMO have like a 12-yard comeback, that's how you know they're just taking what they're given.
Heck yeah.
Um, yeah, so anytime you see that, you know, especially if Dan's at the helm, if he sees the same look, he's calling it again. You got to be extremely happy with just the offense. Obviously, the defense played great, got after Mariota, but then again, it's Mariota. Um, so it was Washington banged up, but that's still a win for us. In putting up 44 points against any defense is, you know, taking that step. It's almost an expectation for the Lions at this point, but you still got to tip your cap.
Yeah. And I mean, this was only the second time Jared Goff threw over 300 yards. I don't know if you knew that.
No,
So it's kind of crazy that he hasn't eclipsed that when that's what we were used to seeing, in previous years. And just in general, not just golf, but I think in the NFL, like 300-yard games are kind of down this year. We're not seeing crazy, 350, 400-yard games that we're used to seeing. I think we talked about it a long time ago, but it's probably the kickoffs, really. If we really dig down deep, everybody's starting
right.
10, 15 yards closer than they were before. Um, so that's probably some of it. But, throwing the ball 33 times, running the ball over 30 times. It's pretty good, pretty even split. We got good yards out of everybody. I mean, Laporta had 5 for 53. Amon Ra, 5 catches. That's a little lower than what he's used to, but JMO picking up.
44. If
Yeah,
we score 24, he has 5 catches. It's like, what are we doing?
yeah.
We put up 44. It's just like taking what they're giving us, and he was decoying.
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
everyone calls Amon Ra the slot merchant, but when he's going to get so many free catches, then you're going to scheme up for it, and you have to bring the safety down or sit that outside backer, which just frees up the field as soon as you see it. Once you realize that's what they're doing when we do this, then the light bulb kind of goes off, and you just get to take advantage of it all game.
mm-hmm. And I mean, another thing too, just from our offensive line, like I don't think Goff got sacked one time. So, that's huge. I know Washington kind of sucks, but it's still big. How many times
And
do
their
we see it?
defense wasn't as banged up as their offense, and we put up
Yeah.
44 on them. So
Yeah. I mean, they still got good players out there, So I'm glad we held up on that end, and I hope we continue to see it. I mean, we also needed to see this from the offense we got the Eagles coming up this week. We're gonna need offense. The Eagles can have offense if they figure it out, but if we score more than they can, we win. So
I just really expect or hope our defense steps up, especially in the run game.
yeah.
That's basically, we stopped the run. Their passing attack has not been great, and we got people flying around. So we put up 44 points. The Eagles don't. We expect that they're winning games with 10 because their
Mm-hmm.
defense is playing good. So it's going to be a good offense versus a great defense, and a struggling offense versus a struggling defense. So we'll see. I mean, I still feel like we're going to have to put up 24. I don't think our defense is going to be extremely stout. It's really hard if they get a good game plan and shit starts clicking. They
Mm-hmm.
have playmakers all over the field, and they're terrifying if they get rolling.
Heck yeah. I mean, speaking of the Eagles game, I didn't get to watch it again because we are still in that shitty ass blackout. But it
Yeah,
looked just as shitty as the Thursday night game that I watched between the Broncos and Raiders. Fucking, that was
dude,
bad. But
terrible. Our prime times this week, we got cooked. They
yeah,
didn't give a fuck.
yeah, that Steelers Chargers game,
10-7.
that was ass too. I mean, it was tough watching any primetime football this week.
We're talking the kickoff, you know, getting that 10 extra yards, less passing yards, but it should equal to more points. And there's so many teams that are just way down
Ass.
this year. Yeah. But that's just the way it goes. I don't think that 10-yard is going to sway it too much. And over the next 10 years, the balance will work.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Another game I was surprised by this week: Dolphins smacking
Dude,
the shit
what
out of
the
the Bills.
fuck? They're just saving people's careers at that point and just losing picks. They're
Dude,
losing the picks every week. I mean, they shit on them.
mm-hmm.
They made the Bills look like an average team. Achan, as always, balls out, but when it happens to be a win, he's the star. He had 2 tutties and 174 yards and 22 carries. Versus the Bills,
Yeah, that's crazy. And their defense is their
and
strong suit.
Miami's offense passing attack has been struggling. They rely on Achan in the passing game heavily. He gets like 5 catches a game. So I don't know where the offensive line came from, but they're here to play.
Yeah,
Unfortunately for their fans.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they won with Tua throwing 2 picks. Usually, the
Yeah, they
game
were
break.
up big still.
You know, so I mean, it's crazy what they did, and it's just like the Bills go from like beating the best teams to just losing to these shit
For
teams.
sure.
I don't get it, man. They just
Yeah.
like take time off. They're like, oh, we beat the Chiefs last week. Fuck them. Get
I
smoked
feel
by
like
the
that's like
Dolphins.
normal for them. Like year after year, they'll beat good teams and they'll lose to bad teams.
Yeah,
There's those couple games a year. You're by the time the season's about to finish, you're like, if we had those 2 games, we wouldn't be fighting for this wild card.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
Hmm.
these 2 games we should have never lost. They are lottery pick teams or just like bad teams. But it comes from a Josh Allen 3-pick game.
Yeah,
or 2 fumbles, a careless game out of Josh Allen.
mm-hmm. And unfortunately, with the Bills, we know they're good, but like they're staring down the 8-2 Patriots, the 8-2 Colts, and the 8-2 Broncos. So I mean, you're almost
Along
we
with the
got to
Chiefs and the Chargers. It's like
yeah.
that
So
yeah. No, I feel you.
you're
Speaking of the
looking.
Colts, they fucking won in overtime versus the Dirty Birds. Did you see that game or any highlights?
I saw some highlights. I was playing fucking Jonathan Taylor in fantasy this week,
Oh,
so
lordy. You know his stat line.
dude, it's so
Buddy
stupid.
had 244 yards, 3 tutties, and they ran it 32 times with him.
It's crazy, man.
Shout
And
out to that line. They're gonna win like the best line of the year.
they should.
Yeah,
Like,
and if JT doesn't get MVP, because running backs never get MVPs, that line winning the best line in the NFL is his MVP. I mean,
mhm.
that they share the award regardless. Either way, like even JT's MVP, like he's taking his whole line out to dinner and buying them shit. That's their award.
Yeah, I think. I mean, usually the top scorer in the league is usually a kicker. It's Jonathan Taylor right now, and he's got distance on the next closest guy.
What
So
is it?
he's got 104, and I think it's Dicker the kicker. I think he's got 194 or something like that.
Wow, that's a gap.
It's a decent gap. So
How many tutties
um,
does he have this year?
17.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's
And he's
crazy.
only like, what do we say, like 6th or 7th on the MVP?
Yeah, that's what we said last week. I mean, I think.
He's
I
got
mean,
to jump. Buddy just went for 244, 3 tutties.
he's got to go up. But I think that he's got Drake May in front of him. I think Drake May's probably the front runner in people's eyes right now.
Yeah, that's
He
unfortunate.
is balling out. But
For sure.
yeah, but for scoring, Jonathan Taylor's 104, Dicker's 92. So he's got 12 points on him.
Wow.
4 kicks. Taylor
What
scores another
week is it?
touchdown.
11? He's like,
We're on week 11 right now. Yeah.
he's for like 27 tutties, 26 tutties or something.
Yeah, he's on pace for, well, what do we got? We got 18 weeks, right? In the
It's how
season.
many they
So
play.
yeah,
They got to
they
buy
like
17.
they play 17 games. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see where he ends up. He's going to end up at least 20, 25 maybe. So LT's records, I think 31, right?
Yeah, something like that. Good luck.
Yeah, 31 in 2006, 28 rushing touchdowns, which is crazy because he did it in less games too. So we'll see. We'll see where we end up.
Yeah,
It'll
my
be cool.
dad had LT, Antonio Gates, and Phillip Rivers in his fantasy, and that was the only year he ever won. Like I'll never forget it because I always like kept tabs on it and checked on the computer and shit.
Yeah.
And like I remember at the end of the year, like this is a fucking cheat code. They never win either, so they're always fucking getting yards and driving. They
Mm-hmm.
were always Phil Rivers down late and driving. That was just like the mantra.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, we're kind of seeing it this year with John Taylor. He carrying anybody to victory. Your rest of the team sucks, he'll still put up 50. And then you got 7 other dudes that just need to score 7
The only
points each.
time or the last time they lost was literally turnovers on the quarterback. Like Danny Dimes turned the ball over too many times.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing about JT. He's never the guy that's gonna fuck you over. He never turns the ball over. He doesn't make any stupid decisions. He'll just tote that bitch 35 times for CTE.
Yep. As long as he don't get hurt, I think the culture good.
Yeah. Another team that's winning that it's not really gonna matter. I think the Ravens win 3 in a row. They beat the Vikings 27-19. We luckily got the Vikings and the Packers to lose this week, and the Bears also should have lost, and they had some bullshit come back at the end. They just keep finding ways to win games.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but they're 6-3, which is crazy because
All right,
they don't look like a 6-3 team. They've got a negative point differential, and they're 6-3. That
when they lose, they lose.
yeah.
They
So
win close games.
not the recipe for success they want, but at least with the Packers though, that puts them below us for now. With that tie. That tie's gonna fuck us later on. I know it. I know
It's
that
not gonna
tie's
fuck us. We got to remember they were supposed to win that game. Like
gonna.
that, they should have won that game. That should have been a W and not a tie multiple
You're right.
times versus a
You're right.
shitty team. So we kind of got lucky with the tie. But yes, it probably will fuck us and piss me off that somehow a tie helps you.
Yes, somehow.
Like eliminate the ties. This is not soccer.
Yeah. I think what's going to happen is we're going to get to the end of the season. They're going to sneak into that wild card spot because they have the tie. And that's what's probably just going to piss me off the most. But
Well, hopefully they just keep losing games.
that's true. That's true.
I'd be pissed, especially if I'm Micah and that defense. You only allow 10 points and your team
Mhm.
cannot come up with a touchdown and fucking field goal. Like that
Yeah.
is just brutal on defenses. In this day and age, with the amount of talent Philly has, even in a slump, they're obviously finding ways to win games, and at any moment they can pop off. Being able to hold them to 10 on prime time and your offense cannot put up 10 points. That's got to be disheartening.
I mean,
It's half the fucking locker room, It's just like we're doing our job.
Yeah. I don't know. It's disheartening as a fan, as someone who likes to see points scored. That shit pisses me off from a fan perspective. So being on the defensive side of that, you played your heart out. You did all this. What else can you do besides score points yourself?
I literally had in the notes, Eagles beat Packers 10-7, snooze fest. Like I went to sleep during the game, and I never sleep with the TV on. I swear to God. My wife walked in, I was sleeping. That's how fucking boring this game was. No bullshit.
Yeah. I mean,
It
I
is.
couldn't
It
watch the
is
game,
what it
so
is.
got
I mean,
that
I'm only
blackout going
excited
on.
because the Packers lost. Like that.
Yeah.
That's cool with me. I'll take a snooze fest as long as they lose.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. Since we're in Carolina down here, Panthers choked hard against the Saints.
Cannot
They
let the
got some
Saints
guy. I
win,
don't even
bro.
know this. They got some quarterback in first game he ever
Show
played.
or
Shao,
something.
yeah, Shao. He's out here looking like MVP.
Dude, I got a couple of his cards. I didn't think you'd ever fucking see the lights. This guy just got a dub.
Yeah, look at this. Now you're rich, man. You can sell that
I
shit
could probably sell it for
millions.
$1 instead of a quarter now.
Such a
Another
bummer, man.
tough L for the Saint or dub for the Saints. They need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
They can't afford this motherfucker to ball out for 4 games and get the 7th pick or 6th pick or some shit. Not saying I think their team is good enough to replicate what they just did. Especially, I'm not saying they're bad, but it is Carolina. So they tend to do shit like that.
Yeah, I mean they're fighting for a playoff spot, which is crazy because I know they're not a good team. They're not a good team, but like they're
Said the
still in
same
the playoff
thing
mix
with
right
the
now.
Bears, bro. It's like they're not as good as the record shows you think. But you keep stacking dubs, I mean,
Yeah,
it's inevitable.
I mean Panthers are 5-5 with a negative 50-point differential. That's
That's
disgusting.
dirty. That's pre-Rico though. That's pre-Rico.
That is free Rico. That is free
Once Rico
Rico.
came in, it was a whole new season. You gotta like press the restart button.
That this week was the first week they lost with Rico starting. So,
They blew it,
but it
so they had a
definitely wasn't
chance.
his fault. Is what it is.
Could never be.
Before we move on, I got some
Mm-hmm.
trivia for you. I know
Oh
you're gonna love
shit.
these. I know
Oh,
you're gonna love these.
solo. All right, what you got?
Solo trivia. All right, how many do I got here? I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them.
Good lord, buddy. Pop quiz head ass.
All right. There's one running back in the NFL that has been hit at the line of scrimmage or in the backfield on over 30% of their carries. Who is it?
Backfield, who has the worst line in the fucking league?
1/3 of their carries, this man's getting hit in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage. Before he even gets going, guy's fucked.
Is he still like playing right now? He wasn't hurt.
He's not hurt. No,
Oh,
he's
okay.
not hurt. He's still playing. I mean, I think he probably touches the ball 15, 20 times a game at least. He's in the AFC, if that helps.
Vidal?
Nope.
Genty. Yeah, I should have,
Genty.
obviously. That shitty
Genty.
line.
Genty's
I just knew the Chargers
smacked.
line was so fucking bad, and Joe Alt just went out.
Yeah, he did. He did go out.
Dude, that's tough though. Not even having a fucking chance.
Yeah.
Unlucky. They gotta just sell out and just get as many fucking linemen as they can. They're gonna have to help him out.
Yeah, I mean he's there's I guess the only running back who's got a similar average yards per carry than him is Josh Jacobs, but you know, there's a big age difference, and I think the Packers line's a lot better. He's kind of old. Jacobs.
No, I feel you. Hey, you call him old, but I ain't trying to see him in the middle of a hole.
Oh no, I ain't trying to see him either, but
that motherfucker.
He's coming with a lot of weight.
I feel you.
Not a lot of speed.
Yeah, for sure. And that's,
all right.
I mean, that's tough for Genty.
Yeah.
All right, what you got?
Yeah. All right. Second one. Through 10 weeks, who's leading the NFL in completion percentage?
Jared Goff.
There it is.
Hey, he's too efficient. Too efficient.
He's killing it. I think number 2 in qualified quarterbacks is Drake May. So May's slinging the rock around too. Doing a good job out there. All right, this one you got no shot, but
perfect.
What's the longest kick return this season that wasn't a touchdown? In yards.
68.
81 yards. Amir Abdullah on the Colts took it 81 yards, couldn't score that.
That
bitch.
motherfucker's still taking kick returns back. He played for us, dude. What the fuck, dude?
I know, man. That's why I threw it in there. I was like, dude, this guy's still in the NFL. What the hell?
I knew he was last year. He used to play for the Raiders, and he was their kick returner. But
now he's on the Colts.
Damn, good for him. He's got a fucking good season.
He's killing it out there.
Get to watch JT.
He ain't coming in.
Yeah.
He ain't getting no carries.
Oh, kick return specialist.
All right, last one.
Yep.
It's for all my kicker fans out there, all 2 of them. I'm one of them, so there's only one other one. All right, there's one kicker in the NFL who's perfect 19 for 19 on field goals, going 5 for 5 from 50, and 12 for 12 on extra points. Who is it?
I need a AFC, NFC. You gotta at least give me 50%.
I gotta look because I don't know what fucking side this team's on. AFC.
I don't know enough kickers.
You can give me a team. I'll give it to you if you give me a team, which team they're on.
The Cardinals?
I'll even get. You said Cardinals? Nah.
Who is it?
It's actually the Jets.
The Jets?
The Jets kicker, Nick Folk.
God.
He's the second oldest kicker in the NFL at 41. And he's
Guy's
perfect.
been around. He's old, steady old man.
Yeah. Do you know who's older than him?
Kicker?
Yeah.
Prater.
Prater, yeah. By like 2 months.
That's it?
That's
dude,
it.
I thought Prater was about 50, dude.
Yeah, he's 41, man. It's all the beers, man. All the beers
the
got to him.
beer, yeah. He's a kicker I would see smoking a fucking doink on the sideline, drinking
Surprised
something
he's
out the
not,
brown
man.
bag.
Surprised he's not.
Well, I was close. I
Hey,
got a couple. You want to roll through Dunny's picks from last week?
yeah, we can do that. Since he's not here, let's trash on him. His pick sucked last week. He was actually 4-1.
Yeah, he
Unfortunately,
cooked. He cooked.
fortunately for you guys, he was 4-1.
He can't
His
even
only
take the
loss last
praise.
week. His only loss last week was Jags -1.5. Jags
That's
choked that one.
disgusting. No
Jags choked that
shot.
shit.
That
Uh,
QB head coach relationship is tough right now.
yeah, pretty bad. He's got 5 picks for week 11. These are all his picks, so I'm not taking any credit for these if they win or lose.
I'll take the
Uh,
credit for the ones he wins on.
All right. Ravens -7.5. He's got 49ers -2.5. Broncos money line, Lions money line, Panthers money line.
He's got the Panthers.
He's got the Panthers. I don't even who even playing next week. I don't even
It
know.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Oh, playing the Falcons. Okay. I see that. So not bad.
The
Uh,
Dirty Birds.
I'm gonna roll through my picks. We were 2-2 last week. Still killing it on the season. 13-29. I'm your guy.
Come on now. We're
We're
on a
going
heater. We're coming back.
We're going 4-0 this week though. Switching it up a little bit. First up, we're going Drake May, 3+ passing tutters. That'll be tomorrow night. Tonight. When you guys see this, Thursday night. It'll be Drake May's throwing 3+ tutties. I'm then gonna go Bucks money line versus the Bills. I just think that Dolphins game, they're gonna be regretting how they played there, and the Bucks are pissed they lost to the Patriots. They don't want to lose ground, so I think Bucks come out slinging. Bills look sluggish. And then I'm going to take the Bengals money line versus the Steelers. The Steelers look so fucking bad Sunday night. And Bengals coming off a bye. Joe Flacco's been slinging it for him. I think Joe Burrow's also activated. I think he's starting to come back. He's got his 21-day window, I think, if I did see that correctly. So they're going to be hyped with him on the come up, coming back, trying to get a couple wins before he gets back, keep him in the playoff race. So I'm going Bengals money line. And then I'm also with Dunny on Broncos money line versus the Chiefs. Fuck the Chiefs.
Fuck the Chiefs. Fuck the Chiefs. I love that pick. All right, I got Lions +2.5/ money line.
Okay.
Gonna take them both. Broncos money line versus the Chiefs because fuck the Chiefs. Chargers -2.5 versus the Jags. I think they're on the downfall. For some reason, they just keep figuring out new ways to lose games, choking them or not even coming ready to play in the first half. So I'm going to take the Chargers. I think they have the better offense regardless of their offensive line situation. Then I'll take the Packers -7.5 versus the Giants. I just think that the Packers defense will be able to hold the Giants offense, and hopefully Green Bay's offense will be able to get it going. I don't think the Giants defense is too stout. They're good up front, but I think the Packers will be able to cover 7.5. I just don't think the Giants offense is good enough to be able to keep pace with this Packers defense. 4 plays as usual, and I'm actually going to add that 3+ Drake May, but that's your pick. It is going to the slip though. He's just been cooking. MVP raise. He has 2 by the end of the first half, like every fucking week. He's a dog.
Yeah, I was gonna let me see. Let me check the stat real quick. Let me check this stat, I guess. Patriots. Drake May. Let's see what we got. What do we got in the last couple of weeks? He's been slinging it. I think he's had at least 2 touchdowns in every game besides 2. One of them was the Bills. The first was the Raiders, which it's kind of crazy to look back on, and the Patriots lost to the Raiders. week 1.
Yeah, it was a fluke. They didn't figure it out yet.
Yeah, they've rattled off, what is that, 7 wins in a row? Hell yeah.
Freaking.
I didn't know that.
Fortunately, the Pats are back.
The
Yeah, they
Pats
losing to
back.
the Raiders and Steelers. You're like, if they played them now, the spread's 9.5 at least. I mean, to the Steelers, the Raiders is probably closer to 2 tutties, but the fact that those are the 2 games they lose and they beat the Bills and Bucks, Dolphins before they all got fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, their
Surprising.
schedule, I think Dunny kind of talked about it. Their schedule was kind of soft, but
It's still soft. They got the Jets, Bengals, Giants, and then Jets again and Dolphins to finish the year. I mean, they got obviously their division isn't hot right now, so but they're
Mhm.
looking at a 13 wins guaranteed. Obviously nothing's guaranteed, but they will be the heavy favorites in a lot of those games.
For sure. I guess that's what you get when you suck. You get to play the shitty teams. But they're turning around.
Yeah, like comparing their schedule to the Lions, it's just tough.
Yeah.
We got to go through the fucking Avengers.
We're
God
holding up
damn.
all right so far, though. So.
No, we're doing just fine. 6-3.
Yeah.
I mean, but just looking at it, it's just like Jesus Christ. Because our out of conference games suck, and then obviously Green Bay, Minnesota, and Chicago have been good, like last year. Or I guess the Bears weren't good last year, but still they're good enough compared to the other division. Like our out of conference games, Ravens, Chiefs, Commanders, we just blew out, but they didn't have their quarterback. Eagles, Cowboys, Rams. I mean, Jesus fuck.
Yeah. Do you like how the
Jesus.
NFL? Do you like how the NFL does their scheduling, like based off of record from previous year?
Fuck no. It should be randomized.
I
Like
agree.
I don't know about completely randomized, but I don't think it should solely be based off of last year's record. But we're talking about entertainment business here. We're not talking about like the randomness of your schedule.
Yeah.
They have to make competent games week over week to generate billions. So I get it from the business aspect, but from somebody that just wants your team to go to the Super Bowl, how about we do a little Randy here?
Yeah.
Let everybody
Give a
get a
little
little shit,
Randy. I mean,
because we got a lot of prime time and big time fucking games not given, but generating a lot of fucking money.
hmm no, you're right. I agree though. I wish it was a little more randomized. I don't want to keep playing. You kind of end up playing the same teams year after year when you are good. You're gonna end up playing the Chiefs every year, playing the Eagles every year because we're one in the division. We're playing all the other ones in the divisions from last year. So it is what it is. But
It's unfortunate
give me a
because,
little Titans, Jets, Browns action.
yeah, it's just like when they do turn it around, being able to have that schedule just helps out a lot. Like New England this year. They like turned the corner and had that out of conference or out of the division shitty schedule. So you kind of benefit. That's like when you can really turn the corner. So
Yeah,
and you've seen the
yeah,
Colts do it too. I mean, their schedule is fucking soft as shit.
hmm
Obviously their division isn't great this year, but their out of conference, out of division is not. It's just like New England's, and they're also super benefiting from it.
yeah, for sure. So that's how we kind of get some new teams on the come up, though. I guess so.
Yeah, it takes a shit
All right.
season to get that though, so I'd just rather keep playing the big dogs.
Yeah, no, I'm with you for sure. I don't want. We've had enough bad years in the Lions land.
Big facts. We got to play all the other shit teams in the conference, and we still lost.
Yeah, we were still bad.
They were happy to see us, so they
Yeah,
could turn it around.
yeah,
Get our ass beat a lot. All right, well, let's slide on into some NHL.
yeah. I'll recap my picks and then I'll kind of dive into some things here. So last week I was 2-1. We're 11-7 on the season. Not too bad. Not too bad. For Thursday night, I like Stars Canadians over 5.5. Leafs versus Kings over 5.5. And then we're going Avs minus 1.5 versus the Sabres. Those should all be pretty easy dubs. You parlay them all, it's about 466.
466.
Not too bad. But so far, there's been a couple surprises, been some not so surprising things going on in the NHL this year. The Western Division shaping up as we expected. We got the Jets, Stars, Avs on top. We're still early in the season, but that's who you expect to see on top the whole season. That's not going to change unless there's some people getting hurt. It's nice to kind of see the Blackhawks up there. I'm a big fan of the Mammoth, what the Mammoth got going on. So I like what they got. They got a good young core. They're kind of sticking with it, but Avs are kind of separating from the bunch. 27 points, 4 points on the Stars, which to be expected. Avs will probably be one of the contenders for the Calder, not the Calder, whatever the end of the President's Trophy, which is the regular season points leader gets the President's Trophy. For those of you who don't know, it's also cursed. I don't think any team that's won the President's Trophy has won the Cup in quite some time.
What?
Yeah.
Best regular season points leader hasn't won the chip?
So there's a curse associated with it. Since its introduction in 1985, only 8 teams have ever won the Cup that won that trophy. The last team was the Blackhawks in 2012, 2013.
8 out of the last 40 years?
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, especially because you're number 1 seed. So 32 times, not number 1 seed, I guess, but 32
Well, you are
times.
the 1 seed for the
You're the
entire. You
ultimate.
also get the whole playoffs. You're the 1 seed.
32 times the 1 seed has not won it.
Yep.
The ultimate 1 seed.
So, a lot of people aren't convinced, but it's been over 12 years now since that team's taking it home. So I think it's a real thing. I don't want it.
That's weird as
Yeah,
fuck.
it's weird. It's weird.
Be like the number 1 seed in college football or something, not winning it, or winning it 8 out of 40 times.
Yeah. So
That's wild.
it's crazy. Something that else is not surprising. The Oilers are doing their typical early season struggles. I talk them up all the time. The Oilers are one of the best teams in the league, but they're not showing it right now. They got a negative 9-point differential. They've only got 4 wins in their last 10 games. Not looking great so far, but they'll pull it out in the end of the season. It doesn't really matter. So
Is everybody still healthy? They haven't clicked yet?
yeah, everybody's still healthy. Their goaltending sucks. There's not really much to say about it. They played the Avs on Saturday, and they allowed 9 goals. You
Good
are not
lordy.
going to win with 9 goals scored against you.
Like
So
letting up 70 in an NFL game. 9 score. 9.
9 scores. Yeah, that's tough. So they put in 2 different goalies. One had 5, the other had 4. So it didn't matter who they put in; they both sucked. And
Christ.
that's how it goes for the Oilers. They're
Even when they made that run, didn't they have to score like 5 goals a game to fucking win?
Yeah, last year. So it's the same old struggles. What I'd love to see them do, I mean, we're early in the season, but what I would love to see them do is go after UC Saros, who's on the Preds. The Predators suck this year. They've won 5 games so far in their first 18. Not great. Their goalie, though, UC Saros, is one of the best goalies in the league. So go after him. Their team's down bad. Get him while you can. So if they're willing to give him up, I don't know if they are.
I was gonna say, would he be a piece on the table?
I don't know. I think just with where they're at right now, I think he's the only goal. I think he's the only one who has wins on their team so far. When he's in the net, the Preds win. If he's not in the net, they're losing. So, looking at their team, they got a pretty old team. So I think he should be on the table. You're in a rebuild at this point.
Right.
Looking at your team, so I think you kind of auction him off to the highest bidder, and the Oilers should be that team, whether they want to be or not. They need to be.
They like have to be.
Yeah, if they want to win the cup while they have McDavid on this team-friendly deal. Now some surprising things. The Ducks seem good. The Ducks haven't been good since 2015-ish, 2016. So we're talking 10 years. They've been bad. They had 23 wins a couple seasons ago. You play 80-some games and you have 23 wins. That's pretty bad.
Loud.
They also traded their best player in the offseason, which was kind of crazy, but it seems to be working out for them. So, top of the Pacific right now.
11-4, traded your best player away. Like, they knew something.
They knew something. So, I mean, I think they were missing a couple more pieces. Like, he was pretty good. But, you know, also being bad for that long, you also get a lot of top picks. So, if you pick the right guys, you look pretty good. And they seem to they got a good core with Mason McIntosh, Leo Carlson. So I think they're on the come up. And then another surprising thing out there in the which division is that? That is the Atlantic Division, the one the Wings play in. Montreal's leading. Montreal's got a good young team. Surprised they're leading though. You know, the Wings started out strong. And they dropped 6 of their last 10. So
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they lost last 3.
Yeah, not great, but if you're the Canadians, you're leading your division and you've played the least amount of games in the division. It's pretty
more surprising that Florida's even worse.
Yeah, the Lightning, the Panthers. I mean, the Panthers are pretty banged up. I think what's his nuts? Tkachuk. I don't think he's playing most of the season. He might even be out for the whole season.
Oh shit.
I'm surprised the Lightning. I mean, I'm surprised both teams are over there. They have good goalies. And usually, if you have a good goalie and you got somebody who can shoot the puck, they both have multiple people who can shoot the puck pretty well. You're not that bad, but
still early.
We're still early. We're not even a quarter way into the season, so we're just talking shit to talk shit. But fuck Florida. I don't like either team. They can fucking piss off.
Do you think the Wings will be able to make a run like they did last year with our current roster?
I think so. I haven't really, just looking at their last couple games, they haven't been scoring. But they should be able to, unless some of their guys are hurt. I don't know. I haven't watched enough to know if if you're playing without Larkin, DeBrincat, and Kane. I guess what's his name? Raymond was out. That's kind of hurting. So
yeah, absolutely.
You really got 3-4 guys that you're counting on to score points, and the rest of it are just kind of, helpers out there. So if your top 4 guys aren't scoring goals, it's tough out there. So I think.
Do you think our goalie play is good enough though? If we pick up on pucks on the net,
maybe. I don't know. We are kind of letting in a lot of goals here, scrolling through the games. So I'm kind of curious now, just looking at this, like, what's the defense looking like? Is your defense also hurt? And you're playing some random dudes. I'm not too sure. I'll have to look a little more into that. But I mean, just looking at it, John Gibson, you guys played the Blackhawks the other day. You got 19 shots and you let 4 goals in. That ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah.
So
that's unfortunate.
That's not gonna do it. So they got to figure that out. And then against the Blackhawks, you shot 46 times and you only got 1 goal.
Good Lord.
That dude's standing on his head, or you're just not even close to shooting high quality shots at the net. So
fuck. That guy just increased his percentage like to the roof. He just stacked that shit. Boosted 46-1.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I think just looking back at the games, I think Gibson's been playing decent. Besides the Chicago game, most of his last couple games are above. He's above 9.9. So he's blocking 9 out of 10 shots, which is what you are asking for basically from a goalie. So just looking, his save percentage is a little down overall, but a lot of that's from the Chicago
19 to
game.
4.
So,
yeah.
But if he can play a little better, just a little bit, and you guys start scoring goals, maybe.
Yeah. If we don't have to score 3 goals a game, 4 goals a game.
Yeah.
Be
I
all
mean, I
right.
think you got tomorrow. You're playing the Ducks. The Ducks playing like they are. I would expect them to win, but you got a couple what I would consider soft games against the Sabres, Rangers, Kraken, Islanders, Blues. If you can win those 5, you're looking pretty good. Looking like a good run to the end of November.
Yeah, we need this. It's a big
So
stretch,
hopefully,
especially coming off the shitty stretch that we've been on.
yeah. So if you can win 5 in the next 6, you're putting yourself in pretty good shape after the end of the first quarter of the season.
Hopefully the boys can get it around.
Hopefully they bring it on back.
All right, brother, you got anything else you want to sling out there?
No, I think that pretty much covers it.
All right, cool. We will be recording again tomorrow with Dunny, going over our college football and NBA with a little bit of college basketball. So appreciate you guys as always. We'll see you next time. Peace.
See ya.
Another one for Tommy boy. Another one for the world. Another one for the listeners. And maybe